Welcome, everyone. Welcome to Purple Lunar Rose, Tarot, and Astrology. Tonight is Love and Astrology night, and we are going to be talking about the Sagittarius Full Moon. I hope everyone can hear me okay. Guys, we are multi streaming. Very excitingly, we are on 4 different platforms. So I know we usually do 3 at the same time, and tonight we are doing 4 as long as I can make TikTok start. But guys, we're going to be on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok all at the same time. All right, give me just a second. Oh my goodness. Vanessa comes in on Facebook. Guys, I hope I get this right. Have mercy. Oh, I think it's going to do it. Oh, I think it's going to do it. Oh, guys, we're multi streaming. Yay. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, welcome. There's so many screens going. So, okay, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok all at the same time. I can't believe it. Guys, I missed a whole month of TikTok monetization because I was fighting with them about using one camera. I gave up the fight. I gave up the fight because last month's income, I could definitely tell the loss from TikTok. So I am on my laptop. And if I understand correctly, my video should be playing for you in the background. I'm hoping that everything is okay over there. I don't have any moderators, guys. We're definitely new to all this stuff. So yeah, I hope it all is working out okay. I'm gonna go check on my live real quick and just see. Oh yes, sweet. I'm so happy. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Guys, I'm going to be talking Sagittarius. Oh, welcome, everyone. Sorry. I'm going to be talking Sagittarius full moon. I'm going to read for the collective, and then, of course, I'll offer some free and paid mini readings at the end, guys. So grab a drink, grab a snack, get comfortable. A lot to talk about tonight. I took a week off, guys. I know so many of you noticed. At first, I was like, no one's going to notice. It's going to be fine. But I guess about Wednesday, everybody was like, where are you at, Rosa? Major crash out, but we'll talk all about that in just a moment. Oh, Sandra, I see you over there. I love it. Let me know. Is video okay over there? Do you see pretty picture on your screen? All right, guys, let's get to the cool stuff. So the first thing I want to do tonight is actually super cool, because while I was off during my crash out vacation, right? I definitely did some self-care, guys, this whole week I was off. And I also worked on some videos and shorts so that I could get several weeks ahead. So I'm really excited for that, right? But while I was catching up on all my messages, because there was a few days there where Spirit, I wasn't even allowed on social media, period. There was no messaging, no talking, no nothing. So it was definitely a very strong purge, I would say, a very huge cleansing, and then I feel like a huge ascension lift. I even got sick for a short period of time. Guys, that happens a lot of times. Does that ever happen to you guys? Like, we're having ascension lifts and you think that you've caught a cold or something's happened. And it's just like a day of just, I don't know, sickness, right? And it's just like purging all of this stuff out. Ooh, I see new energy over on Facebook. Welcome, welcome. Guys, the free readings are at the end, so you do have to hang out for a little while. We're not making lists. I want to talk about that real quick before we start bombarding the moderators. We do have some moderators, guys. We're a very small channel, and we're just very much organically growing. So I am going to let Spirit pick who is going to get free readings tonight. So if you want a free reading tonight, stay till the end. Hang out. It's very possible I'll give every single person that wants one, a reading. It's also possible that I will only pick a few. I crashed out and burned out because the energy exchange was not even. In other words, my output was way too much for what I was getting back from everybody. So I had to learn how to balance that out. And I've been doing free readings here at PLR since the beginning, guys, since the very, very beginning. So yeah, I just need to balance that energy out a little bit more so that I'm able to, give you a good reading and then not drain myself, in the process. So I also will be scheduling breaks from now on. I will schedule a week off every 3 months. I know that's a little unusual. Most people that live stream or do this type of stuff, it's every 6 months. But apparently, I just overdid for too long, and so now the deal that I've made with Spirit is that every 3 months I will take a week off, and I will announce that week off, of course, before I take it. So not like this time. Shorts will still go out always, right? That's what maintains our YouTube algorithm status over there, right? So that will always happen. And I'll always have them extra. I make shorts, I can make a shorts in 15 seconds based on how I'm feeling in that moment. So shorts are like on my, channel all the time and they're just ready to go. I just have to hit the button. I try to put like 3 out a day. I put 3 out earlier today just to see how it would do with our live going out on the same day as well. So hopefully we're doing well over on YouTube. Unfortunately, I have TikTok up because that's what I'm concerned about today. I just want to make sure that our live goes well over there. So I'm not able to see literally nothing else. I can see a little bit of the chat from Facebook and YouTube, but luckily I see my moderators in there. Michelle is over on Facebook. Diana, I see you on YouTube. I love you ladies so much. Guys, my moderators have been with me for, I don't know, years and years and years. It still amazes me every day that they show up and they help me do these lives. And seriously, if it wasn't for them, um, they would not go as smoothly as they do. So I just want them to be able to enjoy the show as well, be able to gain the information as well, and not have to feel like they're getting bombarded with making these lists every time, right? All right. So the first thing I want to do is talk about the messages that I received because I received several of them. Of course, I'm not going to talk about the personal stuff in the messages, but what I will say is that we are all collectively feeling tested at this time, whether it's in your relationships, your work, your business, your friends, family, whatever it is. I want you to light a candle with me right now. So go find you a candle, find you a lighter, whatever you have to get. I actually only have a tea light candle with me. It's all I have. But we're going to light a candle together and we're going to set an intention. And I'm actually going to tell you what your intention is. And this is actually very unusual as well. Most of the time we set intentions and everybody sets their own intention. But I want you to set your intention that you freely and easily tap into the collective powers in order to fill up your strength, courage, and perseverance so that you can get through the challenge that you're facing and you can call the outcome or call in the outcome that you desire, right? So that's what we're lighting our candle for. So everybody go ahead and light your candle. This is our intention. Guys, this is my newest gift, blessing or curse, whatever. We all have labels, right? Whatever we want to call it, that I've been learning this week. We are in this collective energy, whether you want to be or not. I hear a lot of people that are like, I don't want to be in the collective. And I understand that. I get that. But I mean, some of us wish that you would do more work, um, because that does impact the collective energy as well. But it is what it is, right? So when you're out there and you're feeling like you're just dealing with all this relationship stuff or family stuff or financial stuff on your own, know that it's not by yourself. Everyone around you is literally dealing with the same thing, right? That's why we talk about the astrology so much all the time, right? All right, so that's going to be our intention setting candle. I may do this because I set candles. I light candles every time. So we may do something like this at the beginning of each live. I think that opening us up to that collective energy and allowing us to tap into that energy may even be able to like clear the fog for you so that the readings come in clear as well. So that could be something that we start. All right, now before we get started with the information part, let's talk about something that's kind of cool. I don't know if you guys seen it on my thumbnail over on YouTube. I think I had it on Facebook too, but have you guys ever seen the ring around the moon? Do you guys know what I'm talking about? It looks like a little halo, like a white ring around the moon. There's actually color sometimes, but When you guys see the ring around the moon, it's actually caused by ice crystals that are high up in the atmosphere. So I'm going to explain to you how it works, right? Because everybody's like, "What is that? Why is it? Why do some moons have it and some don't?" Here's why. Ready? So first, this is going to be it's thin, wispy clouds. They're called cirrus clouds, and that's what they contain, like millions of tiny hexagon-shaped ice crystals. So when the moonlight passes through these crystals, the light will bend at 22-degree angle, and that's what creates that faint circular halo around the moon. And again, you can sometimes notice that there's actually some rainbow colors in that halo, but usually it does just look like a pale white glow, right? So does it mean that there's rain, right? Because there is old weather sayings that claim that a moon ring means that rain or snow is coming. There's actually some truth to that, right? Because those high clouds often appear before a storm system moves in. But it doesn't always guarantee that there's going to be a storm, rain, or snow, right? It's just a cool hint from nature. So, how often does this happen, you ask? Well, surprisingly often. But since it depends on the high altitude ice clouds, you'll see it best on clear, cold nights when the sky is just hazy enough. And fun fact, the same thing can happen around the sun, and it's called a sun halo. But they say don't look directly at the sun to check. So next time you see it, guys, you'll know it's just the moonlight playing tricks with the ice. That's the moon halo. All right, let's get started with the real stuff. TikTok, I see you over there. I'm loving it so much. All right, so let's get to it. Sagittarius full moon is June 11th. It's this, I almost put this year. It's at 19 degrees in Sagittarius, and it is opposite the sun in Gemini at 19 degrees, right? It's very significant. This full moon is a dynamic, expansive, and truth seeking lunation. That's what Sagittarius is all about, right? It's ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter brings a hunger for adventure, wisdom, and higher meaning, higher learning. So while Gemini, where the sun sits, emphasizes communication, curiosity, and adaptability, the tension between these two signs asks you, how do we balance our thirst for knowledge, which is Gemini, with our need for truth and purpose, which is Sagittarius, right? All right, so here's the collective impacts and themes that you will experience. Truth versus misinformation. So Sagittarius seeks philosophical clarity while Gemini can scatter attention. So expect debates, fact checking, and revelations that challenge beliefs. Wanderlust and restlessness, a strong desire for travel, exploration, breaking routines may arise, or routines may arise. And some may feel trapped or even crave freedom. Also, optimism and overconfidence is going to be a theme with this full moon. Jupiter's influence can magnify hope, but watch for blinding optimism or overpromising at this time. Also, cultural and ethical shifts. So, broader discussions on education, religion, foreign affairs, or justice may emerge. So interesting as I was getting the cards ready for tonight's collective reading and our mini readings at the end, of course, I was shuffling and the justice card flipped out right before the live. So pretty, pretty interesting. All right, here's some potential challenges with the Sagittarius full moon, which I'm sure many of you are already experiencing, right? Impulsive decisions. Jumping into travel, guys, I did that. I did it this weekend. I jumped up and said, yep, I'm going to go do this thing that I probably shouldn't have done, right? They could experience some arguments or maybe new ventures without planning. That could be something that happens with the Sagittarius full moon. Refusal to find alternative solutions. That's going to be the sad shadow that can be self-righteous, right? And Gemini can be that superficial energy. Information overload. So you could also experience too many opinions leading to confusion. All right, here are some practical steps, guys, that you can take to navigate the Sagittarius full moon energy coming in on June 11th. Seek wisdom, not facts. So read, study, or have deep conversations. Move your body. Sagittarius rules the hips and thighs, right? Hiking, yoga, or dancing can help you release tension. Check your biases. Are you clinging to a belief just to feel secure? Plan a small adventure, even a day trip or trying a new cuisine can satisfy that Sagittarian craving for expansion energy. Guys, I'm actually offering a special reading tonight for the Sagittarius full moon. It's a $10 reading where I'm going to look at all of those things that I just read to you. That should be going across your screen as well. Please remember that all paid readings are energy exchange and do jump the free line, right? All right, so let's break it down by rising signs, guys. I never ever come out here and tell you that my readings are for your sun, moon, or rising. The reason for that is because I'm having this spiritual awakening and I do these readings for myself. Are we tapping into collective energies when we do these readings? Of course we are, and that's why they pull at your heartstrings as well, right? So when we're looking at specific energies, like for example, the Sagittarius full moon, I'm actually looking to see where Sagittarius is for you. And before I go any further, let me tell you something special that I'm doing tonight. If anyone goes over and purchases and downloads one of my instant shadow work journals off of my website, if you're watching on TikTok, the link is in the bio. If you're watching on YouTube and Facebook, the link's in the description box. If anyone goes and downloads one of my shadow workbook journals off of my website tonight during this live, I have a little button here, that a dashboard that shows me, and it will also give me your email so I will know who it is. If you go and do that, I will send you a personalized Sagittarius full moon analysis based on your personal birth chart by the 11th, by the morning of the Sagittarius full moon, completely free by me. So let me know if anyone decides to participate. And I'm not talking about that free download that I have on there where it's the daily wellness journal. Everyone should have one of those already, and you guys should be using them every single day, right? So what I'm looking at here is the rising signs, okay? Because I'm really looking at where Sagittarius falls for you. So let's start with Aries rising. If you're in Aries rising, Sagittarius is your ninth house. So your focus is going to be higher learning, travel, or spiritual growth. And your challenges with this particular Sagittarius full moon on June 11th is going to be overcommitting to too many ideas. So the action you want to take is take a course or plan a trip, but finish what you start, right? That's going to be Aries rising. All right, so if you're a Taurus rising, Sagittarius is your eighth house. So your focus is going to be shared resources, intimacy, and financial risk. Your challenge is going to be fear of the unknown blocking your growth. So the action that you can take is going to be research investments or have a valuable conversation. Gemini rising, you Sagittarius for you is seventh house. So your focus is relationships, both personal and professional. Your challenges could be indecisiveness in partnerships, and the action you could take could be to speak your truth, but listen deeply as well. All right, if you're a Cancer rising like me, Sagittarius is in your sixth house. So your focus is health, routines, and daily work, right? Challenges you could be feeling stuck in mundane tasks, and an action that could help you to bring more joy into your schedule, learn while you work, right? All right, Leo rising, Sagittarius is fifth house for you. So the focus is creativity, romance, and self expression. The challenge is going to be ego clashes in love or artistic projects. And the action that you can take for Leo rising is share your vision boldly, but stay open to feedback. All right, if you're a Virgo rising, Sagittarius is your fourth house. And your focus is going to be home, family, and emotional roots. Your challenge could be over analyzing your feelings, and an action that could help you is, of course, journaling or discussing your deeper beliefs with loved ones. All right, Libra rising. Sagittarius is your third house, so your focus is communication, siblings, and local community. Your challenges could be debates turning into arguments, and the action that you could take is sharing your ideas with curiosity and not necessarily to win. right? Scorpio rising. We actually have a lot of Scorpio rising here at PLR. The second house is where Sagittarius is for you, and your focus is going to be money, values, and self worth with this full moon. So, your challenge could be overestimating financial risk, and the action to take could be align spending with your true priorities. All right, if you're a Sagittarius rising, then of course Sagittarius is your first house. So this focus is going to be identity, confidence, and personal goals. Your challenge could be restlessness or impatience. So many of us are impatient with this full moon. But the action you could take is channel that energy into a big vision. Start with small steps. All right, if you're a Capricorn rising, 12th house is Sagittarius for you. And that means that your focus is subconscious healing, dreams, and solitude. Spirit's telling me to tell you to pay attention to your dreams. Your challenge could be avoiding deeper emotional truths. So the action that may help could be to meditate or explore therapy and shadow work. Guys, go download my shadow journals. All right, Aquarius rising. Your Sagittarius is in your 11th house, so your focus is going to be your friendships, groups, or future visions. Challenge could be idealism clashing with reality, and action could be collaborate with like minded people. All right, Pisces rising. If this is the last one, guys, if you're a Pisces rising, Sagittarius is in your 10th house. So your focus is career, public image, and long term goals. Your challenge is doubting your path, and your action is trust your intuition. Your purpose is evolving. All right, final note, guys. The full moon is a call to expand your horizons, whether through learning, travel, or simply just questioning your old beliefs. Stay open, stay curious, but stay grounded with this very fiery, passionate full moon. All right, I do have some notes that I want to go over. First thing is the High Priestess. The High Priestess has been, I feel like a mystery card to me. I've always been very drawn to this card. This is strong Cancer energy, and I feel like I've never said that. We've never really talked about it. I feel like we're going to see the High Priestess come out tonight, most likely a lot. And that energy is really strong. It's telling us that we're entering into something that's unknown. We don't know what the outcome will be, and we have to trust ourselves, trust our intuition, and of course, trust our gut. All right, I want to remind everyone that anyone who purchases my instant download shadow journal from my website, any one of them, guys, there's several to choose from tonight during the live. Come and tell me, let me know for sure, right? And I will send you a personalized analysis of the Sagittarius full moon compared to your birth chart. I'll have it to you by the morning of June 11th, and I'll send it to you through your email. You have to put your email in when you go to make a purchase on my website. All right, guys, let's get started. Collective reading. Get my lights on in my office. See everyone. I look at TikTok. It's just wonderful over there. Sandra sending me gifts. I love you, Sandra. All right, I've pulled out the Heal Yourself reading cards. I like to use these for our Monday night collective. Guys, these are really hard cards to find. They're called the Heal Yourself reading cards. I actually have the little book, so I'll tell you who they're by. Ina Siegel. Ina Siegel. I've not seen very many readers have this set of cards. Spirit definitely drew me to a few set of oracle cards when I first, came out with PLR, and this was one of them. And then later, people would tell me that they really struggled to be able to find this oracle set. And I actually tried to be an affiliate link with Amazon to be able to give you the link, but they kept selling out, and they got to the point where they just stopped selling it. Guys, if you're watching on TikTok, the Heal Yourself reading cards are in my showcase, and it's at the very top. I will say, I don't believe that that set comes with the book. The set that I had was about $30, and it came with the book. And the set in my showcase is under $20, guys, $20. And of course, you can find the book online. But I don't believe that that set comes with the book. If it does, that's going to be a really, really good deal. But I just want to say, really hard to find these cards. So I'm so glad TikTok has them. and they are still available. Oh, look at Dina. She says she has those cards. I love it. Super rare. We don't see them very often. I feel like you see cards like, the Energy Oracle and, cards like that more often. But the Feel Yourself reading cards, definitely a great way to start your shadow work, right? We only have a still photo. Oh yeah, that's there you go. I'm sorry. We're like 20 minutes in. Where's our video? Well, the video is playing over on TikTok, y'all. And don't forget, guys, we are on all 4 platforms now. Is that not crazy? We are on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, all of them at the same time. I'm so excited. Now, I definitely had to figure out how to make this, laptop work, but I got it. I got it figured out. All right, here we go. Oh, I see your comment. You have one right beside you, Sandra. So cool. All right, here we go. I know. I'm so sorry, guys. I mean, the Facebook didn't have video. I probably should have checked both of those. Next time, I will check all the platforms before we get going. Right. All right, here we go. Let's start masculine energy first. Ooh, we have entrapment coming out. It's number 34. Not necessarily liking that energy. We have victim consciousness coming out for the feminine energy. Not liking that either. All right, and flying out of the deck, the bridging energy is rejection. It's number 13, guys. Wednesday night, I'll be back with all 12 signs. And Friday night, 8 p.m. Central, always. It's Friday the 13th. We're going to come back and do Friday the 13th live. I will be offering some reverse your luck readings on Friday night. So make sure to come back and join me for that as well. All right, so let's talk about it. The masculine energy could feel like they're stuck in something. Um, Maybe they could feel like they're losing control with something as well. I think it's more about the losing control. With the feminine energy, it's number 12, and it is victim consciousness. I think with divine feminine, you're feeling really tested right now, like we talked about earlier at the beginning of the live. And I think it definitely, because I had this moment where I was in my car and I was like, I'm doing all the things. Like I'm listening to spirit, I'm surrendered, I'm following, my purpose. I'm putting my, life out there for the whole world to see and analyze and judge, you know what I mean? And it's like I don't know what else I'm supposed to be doing. It's like why am I still hitting these challenges? And really honestly, it was the burnout, the crash out. I was just over giving, right? And so I definitely had this moment where I was like, why does spirit, help other people that they don't even look like they're doing anything to help themselves? Like, why does it seem like it's so easy for these people? You know what I mean? But it's like people that are trying to, do the work and do the things. It seems like we're just hitting one challenge and one test after another. And here's what I'm going to say about that. I feel like I'm still having this conversation with spirit, and I have not received an answer that I feel has, made me content. Um, Luckily for all of us, it's much bigger than just me, right? But the way I'm seeing it, like the way it's being explained to me is we are healing in a way that is making us stronger, wiser, braver, smarter. And I'm not trying to like knock anybody or say anything mean about it. I'm not trying to judge anybody. I don't want anybody to do that shit to me. So I'm really not trying to do it back. But I want everybody to understand that those people that you see out there that aren't doing the work, one, most of what you see is fake, right? Because it's all about a presentation, it's all about a mask that they're wearing, right? So we don't even know the pain that's underneath that they're actually dealing with. Okay, that's one. If you're having a spiritual awakening, spirit doesn't let you like hide your pain. I mean, it doesn't seem like for me anyway. It's like you have to have it out and open for everyone to see. And I do feel like there is something about that. It's something about your, your authenticity, your truth, speaking your truth. So it's like if I came out here and I was like, man, life's great, hunky dory, and I don't ever have any problems, well, that'd be a lot of bullshit, right? That wouldn't help anybody. So I feel like that's why, like, if you're having this awakening or you're having any type of spiritual awakening, then you have to be authentic, and you have to, the mask comes off, and people know who you are and what you're doing, what's happening to you, right? And it is because I feel like I don't want to use words like chosen or nothing like that, but I do feel like there's some people that experience these things before other people, and it's almost like we shine the light to like light up the path or shine the way there, right? So for divine feminine, you're feeling super tested, and you could be tapping into some victim consciousness energy. You could be asking, why me, right? So what I want to say to that is, I want to say too, I also heard something right before this live that I thought was really, really interesting. And I feel like if I'm talking to divine feminine, if you resonate more with divine feminine, remember guys, we have both of these energies within us, but if you resonate with divine feminine when you hear these readings, I feel like the video I saw right before the live talked about old souls and talked about how old souls are tested um, severely through narcissistic relationships right before like the wings come out. You know what I mean? Like right before you take off, right before you start flying, right before the things start to bend and work in your favor. It's almost like you have to have the most hardest challenge right before. And if you guys know me, you've been watching me for any amount of time. I mean, this journey has been all about that, right? I feel like I just draw these people to me like moths to a flame, right? And this last one, we all know, has been really challenging for me to break free from, right? So I feel like it's really interesting that I saw that video right before the live, and it makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? It makes sense to me that if we've been down here and we've been learning in these lifetimes, and we all want to call ourselves old souls, which I think is kind of funny sometimes. We want the label or the name or the idea, but we don't want to do the work that comes with that, right? So for divine feminine, I think that is the issue. I think that's why the victim consciousness is coming up, and I do feel that you just feel like you're just being tested so much more than others, right? All right, and then rejection is the bridging energy. So, as many of you know, in my own personal journey, I don't communicate with the person that awakened me. I think the last time was about January. Um, when I do, it's very sparse. It's very. Sometimes it feels very forced. You know what I mean? Like the universe just kind of throws you together, type of thing. But in my last reading I did a week ago, because remember I took the week off. We actually did the June twin flame current energy update. We weren't on TikTok when we did that, but you can find that video over on my YouTube channel under the live tab, right? But when we did that reading, that collective reading, I feel like the entrapment card came up in that reading, and I think that rejection card came up as well. I'll have to go back and check, but I feel like these energies are almost the same energies that were here in that Twin Flame June update. And I feel that that is the case because there is separation, and because there is this like last thing, this last leg of the race, this last thing we have to do or like master or overcome. And I think that has to do with forgiveness. So I feel like that's where a lot of us are stuck. And I think that's why rejection is in the bridging energy. I do want to talk about the rejection card a little bit. It shows the lady sitting in front of the picture, and of course, the man is in the picture. And there's this cobweb coming from his picture to her shoulder. And I always got this energy with that card, like, I don't want you, but no one else can have you either, type of thing. Um, there is this energy where it's like both the masculine and the feminine could feel that because they feel the strong connection, even if they're trying to pull away, even if they're trying to go out on their own, even if they're trying to be independent, even if they're trying to break the codependency, all of that stuff, right? So I feel like that could be why the rejection card is there in the middle. All right, I'm going to use my purple tarot. How we doing over there, Sandra? Are we still doing okay? All right. So let's look at that masculine energy entrapment first. Two of Wands comes out. So Two of Wands says that you have high expectations, the divine masculine. Could be also impatiently waiting for something. Four of Wands comes out. It could be a financial situation. It could be about a home situation. It could have something to do with firm foundation. And we see Queen of Swords coming out. So Queen of Swords is someone with very high walls, right? Someone whose boundaries are so high that it really takes a lot to get over them, right? And I feel like the Queen of Swords sometimes gets a bad rap because, a lot of the readers will say that Queen of Swords is like someone who's cold or calculating or brutal, or these types of things. And I feel like that's kind of true, but it's because she's been hurt so much. She's had to overcome so much, right? And that's why the walls are so high. And I wouldn't necessarily say brutal, just honest, right? That's going to be Queen of Swords. So there's something that the divine masculine needs to be more honest about when it comes to their finances, their foundation, their home situation. All right, let's look at the feminine energy. The feminine got victim consciousness. And I do feel it's this energy of like feeling tested. All right, so we have Queen of Pentacles coming out. So again, finances. Queen of Pentacles is learning to become your own resource. High Priestess, there it is. I knew the High Priestess was going to come out today because, guys, it's been coming out in all my personal readings, right? So the High Priestess, again, Cancer energy, and it's that mother archetype energy, right? But it's also that nurturing, healing, inner knowing energy, right? So there's something divine feminine that you have an inner knowing when it comes to you learning how to become your own resource. The Emperor is here, and the Emperor says that you're some type of leader. You need to step into some type of leadership role. You need to take control of a situation. Strong Aries energy there as well. All right, let's look at rejection coming out for the bridging energy. I do feel this sense of forgiveness that needs to come through, needs to be cleared out. There is some type of clear separation, and both parties could feel rejected because it is the bridging energy. So Eight of Cups comes out. Eight of Cups is about walking away from something. So I feel like both divine masculine, divine feminine could feel the other has given up on something. We have Ten of Pentacles, the common goal, the thing that they wanted, and the Sun, happiness. Ten of Cups is on the bottom. Ten of Cups is emotional contentment. So it's interesting to me because it's almost like this energy of longing for something, but you may have walked away from it and thought that you didn't want to, I don't know, deal with that energy, or connect with that energy, whatever it is. And it's like now there's some type of spotlight being put on that energy, which I guess makes sense, especially with the sun being, currently in Gemini. All right. Now I'm going to do the head, heart, and higher self. So this is where we look at what everybody is thinking, feeling, and what the higher self lesson is for each the masculine and feminine energy. Sherry, I see you on YouTube. Welcome. How's it going, Sandra? It's quiet over there. People are scared, ain't they? It's okay. It'll be all right. I see. It tells me though, you've sent a lot of hearts. But let's say there's 3 people watching. So you got two quiet watchers over there. All right. Headspace for the masculine, we have comfort zone, south node, and clinging. So if you're the divine masculine, I'm going to tell you to look at your south node on your birth chart, as your birth chart is a screenshot of the universe when you were born, and it is a clear map to help you navigate this lifetime, right? So look at your south node. That is something you're going to be walking away from, leaving in your past. Your south node is also going to be your comfort zone, like the area of your life that you feel super comfortable in, right? Um, so Pisces, my south node is in Pisces. So for me, spirituality, talking to spirit, all that kind of stuff is supernatural to me. Just comes supernatural. It's just the way it's always kind of been, type of thing, right? We're going to be, when you look at your south node, you're moving away from that energy. You've already mastered that, right? And you're moving away from that situation so that you can move towards your north node. My north node is in my third house. It's in my house of communication. It's not my favorite thing to do. I'm actually like one of those people that gets like stage fright. You know what I'm trying to say? I have to script my lives. I mean, well, except for like the readings, right? But like the information we talk about at the beginning, I have to script them so that I can manifest them into existence, right? Because otherwise I would just come out and say a lot, right? But your south node, what you're getting away from, your north node, what you're moving towards. And that's going to feel uncomfortable because it's something that you're not used to. So in the headspace, divine masculine, knowing that they have to get out of something that they've been doing for a very long time. All right, now let's look at the heart space. So now I'm going to look at what is the masculine energy. And remember, this is collective. What is the collective masculine energy feeling in their heart space right now? I have guarded and vulnerability. It actually shows a picture of a lady hugging herself or holding herself. So there is this energy of being guarded, wanting to protect yourself. Masculine could feel like they're vulnerable at this time. This could be communication from the feminine. Remember, it is in the heart space. I know lots of people like to think that it's the third eye, but communication, telepathy, energetic exchanges, all of that flows through the heart space. All right, higher self, look at this higher self lesson for divine masculine. We have shadow side, the moon card, and the dark night. So divine masculine could be dealing with a dark night of the soul energy. Lack is on the bottom, so dark night of the soul due to financial lack, right? All right, let's look at the divine feminine energy. We have cycles, change, and completion. There's a butterfly on her mouth. There is some type of transformation. The transformation, this is what the transformation for PLR is going to be, ready? We're about to get loud over here. Like, I know I'm already loud. And people are like, Rosa, you already share your story. Do I? Do I though? I mean, I came out here for 5 years and I was unfortunately involved in a very narcissistic karmic relationship in the 5 years that I was on, doing PLR. But I talked about the person who awakened me. For 5 years we talked about the person who awakened me, and we never talked about the nitty gritty things, right? We only talked about the good things, because for some weird reason, divine feminine, when you're on this journey, even divine masculine as well, it's like you don't want to talk poorly of the other. It makes sense, right? Because one soul and all. But what I'm going to say is accountability is big, right? Enabling is done. It's 2025. We're done with that shit, right? It's 2025, the year of accountability. That's it. So I feel like this is the year where I'm going to talk more about what actually happened to me. I'm going to talk more about what this person actually did to me. I'm going to talk more about the relationship that I've been in for the past 5 years, trying to run from my twin journey. I'm going to talk more about what that person did to me as well. And, for the longest time, I didn't want to do this on this awakening journey, right? I wanted to keep those things to myself for several reasons. One, it's embarrassing. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but it's like, oh my God, I don't want people to know. But two, it was I was worried that people would get mad at me. And here's what God told me. Are you ready? It's real simple. If people wanted me to talk better about them, they would have treated me better. That's it. It's that simple. Now, am I going to come out here and talk shit about everybody else and not tell you my part or what I did? Absolutely not, because accountability is now my best friend. No one is going to come up to me and say a damn thing to me, because I'll be the first one to tell you my part in it. Bring the popcorn. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the only way we're going to learn. That's the only way we're going to heal. And that's the only way we're going to grow. If you have no accountability, you're going to spin in the same shit cycle literally for the rest of your life, until you finally realize that it's not everybody else and not you, right? Like, until you understand that you have a part in your own shit, you're just going to keep spinning in the same shit. I don't know why I keep saying shit. I don't need to, but just saying. All right, let's do divine feminine. So, yeah, if you guys just started watching, welcome. You got here just in time, right? All right, divine feminine. Let's look at the headspace. That was the cycles of change, transformation. In the heart space, we have messages and dreams. I did hear that message that there was this energy like we needed to pay attention to the dreams. Where was that? What was that on? Was it Capricorn rising? I think that's what it was in the readings when I was telling you what Sagittarius full moon. The dreams is important. So I feel like most of you are probably having some pretty vivid dreams. A lot of you are probably remembering your dreams and you never remembered your dreams before as well. Interestingly enough, I started this channel with my guided dream journal. Do you guys remember that when I came out with PLR and I was like, hey, go check out my guided dream journal? You can buy it on Amazon. Links are always in the description box, right? I now have the Shadow Work Journal for Twin Flames. Is also sold on Amazon. Is also going to be linked in the description box, guys. So make sure to check that out as well. Dreams, super vivid. If you're struggling to understand your dreams, I do have that dream interpretation journal that can help you figure out why you're dreaming about certain people, certain things, or situations. So, again, all those links in the description box. Dreams and messages coming in the heart space tells me that the divine masculine is sending messages through the dream state, and the divine feminine is feeling guarded. Remember the guarded card that came out in the heart space for the masculine? So that's messages going back and forth in the twin journey between the masculine and the feminine. The feminine is guarded, and the masculine is trying to communicate through dreams. All right, let's look at higher self lesson for divine feminine. We have attraction, Mars, and hot. I do feel like if you're a divine feminine right now and you've been working your soul's journey, you've been healing, working, doing the shadow work, doing all the things, I do feel that You are becoming this magnet, right? Like you're attracting these energies to you very, very easily. Venus offer is on the bottom. So big confirmation there. All right. I'm going to use the soul's journey for guidance. North Node is in Gemini. Now I understand. Thank you for saying that, POR. Confirmation. Love it. All right, guys, here's guidance, selective energies, perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. Straight facts. Gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. And last one, peace. I am a being of love and I release all negative energy. Beautiful. The gratitude is definitely immense. I feel like I've been feeling it very, very strongly just the last few weeks. I mean, I literally talk about spiritual alchemy, right? So, like, this shit happened to me, and I created a whole business. Um, I had this, very challenging relationship for the last 5 years. I created shadow work journals. Guys, those journals sell in my sleep. I don't know how else to say that. And I wake up and they're there and it's like, oh my God, that's amazing. So yeah, talk about some serious gratitude, right? All right, so that is going to be the collective reading, guys. I hope that was helpful. Let me get my regular tarot cards out. Not true. I'm going to use the Modern Witches Tarot. Modern Witches Tarot. That's what I'm going to use. I see a lot of people that I know coming into TikTok. One interesting thing that I learned on TikTok, guys, I learned that when you first start your TikTok channel, it sends it out to all your contacts, like all the people that you have on your contact list. So for like 3 years, my TikTok did not grow, and I just really struggled over there and couldn't figure out why. And then come to find out it's because all my contacts, suck. So I had to go set a button on there so that it would block my contacts from getting notifications, right? And then my last video I posted since then, because this was just this past week, literally took off. Like took off. I don't know how many views it's gotten, but I normally only get like maybe 10 likes on a video over there, and I think we were at like 80 last time I looked. So the settings are important. Do you hear me, Dina? The settings on TikTok are important. If anybody wants to know where that button is, just message me and I will gladly let you know. But yeah, if you're trying to create something or build something, get your contacts list off of there. I mean, sadly, I hate to say it, but I mean, strangers are going to support you and encourage you better than anybody on your contacts list, right? Anybody else coming in? I see you. It tells me, it goes across the screen. I just want to say, I don't care. Welcome. Maybe we can all learn something today, right? I love it. Oh, I see people have been downloading my journal. Dina placed an order. Jen placed an order. I love you, ladies. So make sure, keep an eye on your email. I will do these tonight after the live and tomorrow morning. And then I'll start sending them out. So a personalized analysis of the Sagittarius full moon. I'm going to tell you what your challenges are, what your opportunities are, and I'll give you some practical steps specifically for you and your chart. If you go and download my journal during tonight's live, guys, if you're watching on TikTok, it's super easy. The link is now in my bio. How cool is that, right? All right, so here's what we're doing. No list tonight. So if you want a free reading, now is the time. Now is when I need to hear your voices. I need to see you in the comments. I'm going to pick as many as I can until I start to feel like I'm tired, right? If by chance anybody does a paid reading, I do have notifications for those as well. I say that, but let me open it up real fast. Okay, now I have notifications. Mhm. Yeah. The twin be watching us over on the TikTok. Welcome. Should we say his name or not? No, don't. Hey, we're all gonna learn something today. Not only did it show me in the chat, but I got a notification. It's on my email, like for real. Talk about spirit saying, "Yeah, let's talk about it." All right, Jenna. Jenna, I see you. Jenna's gonna go first. All right, guys. So free reading. I'm looking at your current energy. That's how you're gonna know that I'm tapping in, right? And then I'm looking at the Sagittarius full moon energy. So like what's coming in, and then I'm gonna tell you the outcome. Now, if those readings, pull at your heartstrings or make you a little, want to know more, I do have that full detailed Sagittarius full moon. We'll probably never have to worry about it again, Sandra, because I said something about it out loud. All right. So first one I'm doing is Jenna. And look, I can even now it won't show on TikTok, but on YouTube and Facebook, I can click on her name. All right, here we go. So your current energy, Jenna, you got Eight of Cups. It's not one of my favorite cards. Eight of Cups says that you're walking away from something. You're leaving something behind. You're wanting to leave something behind. You feel like you've done everything you could with that situation. All right, Jenna, let's see what is energy bringing for you. We got Eight of Pentacles. Work, dedication, focus. I feel like there's something you're not seeing when it comes to the thing that you're wanting to walk away from. So Sagittarius full moon is going to help you focus on something. It's going to help you commit to something. All right, let's do the outcome. We have Nine of Wands. That's perseverance. That's the energy that came out in the collective. So keep that in mind, Jenna. Nine of Wands says, don't give up. You're so close to something. Remember, the goal is 10 of Wands, right? So Nine of Wands, you're almost there. All right, Jenna, I hope that was helpful. All right, Vanessa. Vanessa, Spirit has had me thinking about you. I had a note in my Sagittarius full moon notes to do a reading for Vanessa. So this should be interesting. All right. Vanessa watches this over on Facebook. Divine Timing, welcome. Ladies, oh my gosh, Sherry and Divine Timing. I have your cups. I finally have your cups. I know, right? Guys, I have them, but I will be mailing them out on Friday. On Friday, I'll be mailing them out. I already have both of your addresses. Of course, it's been a month and a half. So if anything's changed, just let me know. But your cups are in. Guys, Divine Timing and Sherry both won. My birthday was in April, remember? And we did a month of giveaways, and they both won one of my merch cups that I designed myself, right? But I put their name on the cup that they wanted. So they're fixing to get PLR cups with their name on it. How cool is that? Everything's still okay over there, Sandra? I love you so much. All right, Vanessa, here we go. Let's look at your current energy. The Justice card comes out. It's Libra energy. You could be dealing with a Libra, or you may want to look on your chart to see where Libra is for you. It's fighting for something, trying to make something fair again or make it right again. All right, let's look at full moon energy. What is the full moon energy coming in for Vanessa watching us over on Facebook? We have Six of Wands. It's a victory. It's another one of these energies of you're almost to something, don't give up, right? Because the Justice card is like a major arcana. You've been fighting for something really hard and you've had spirit helping you fight for whatever it is. Six of Wands is the energy that's coming in with the Sagittarius full moon. I just want you to know Six of Wands is also notoriety. Like someone could notice you or notice what you've been doing, right? The wands, the action, the passion, that type of energy. So don't quit now. All right, let's see. What is the outcome for Vanessa? Nine of Wands again. Nine of Wands again. Perseverance. Don't give up now. Don't quit. You've built something. You've worked too hard to walk away now. All right, that's the message. I hope it was helpful. All right, Sandra, let me know if you want to do one. Lynn wants to know, will I find my debit card? Yes, Lynn. You think it's gone somewhere? I know this is so silly, and I don't normally do this. It's under a blanket. Under a blanket. I see blanket, like a big blanket. You've been looking outside. You've been looking away from where it's at. She wants to know, will I find my debit card? Oh goodness. I love it. All right, Erica. Erica on YouTube. Lynn, come back and tell me when you found it under the blanket. You have a closet, laundry somewhere. All right, Erica, first thing I'm going to tap into is going to be your current energy. Ace of Swords. If you had a question, the answer is yes. Ace of Swords is clarity. It's new communication, new understanding. You could be receiving a message. All right, let's look at what the full moon brings in for you. Five of Swords. That's tough. So Ace of Swords is new communication. You get an answer to something. It's almost like you get an answer that you want. It's almost like the yes answer that you want, but it's going to cause some disagreements. It's going to cause some people to be upset about something. But I want to point out that Five of Swords is actually a victory card. I know that's really challenging to understand, but it says that you actually come out on top of the situation. It does show two people throwing their swords down and walking away on the card. So there is going to be a high cost. So the answer is yes, you get something you've been wanting, but there could be a high cost to it. And it's possible too that the cost is okay. Um, like, for example, me, like coming out here and sharing my awakening with the whole world and telling people about the assholes that I've had to deal with in life, right? um that could, you're being honest, you're being truthful, you're communicating, you're coming out on top of the situation, but it's still going to cost something, right? All right, let's see what's the outcome for Erica watching us on YouTube. All right, Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles is getting everything you want. It's contentment, it's home, family, job, So it's like you're going to have to do something that's challenging. You'll come out on top of the situation with this full moon, but it's all in order to be able to obtain your goals, what it is that you're wanting out of life. I got some weird notification. TikTok is making me do some weird thing. I'm sorry. All right, I hope that was helpful. That was weird. I didn't realize that. But it's super cool how I can see who's in here. I'm gonna let it go. All right. So does video keep playing, Sandra? Let me know. I'm gonna do Sandra's next, guys. Sandra is helping me over on TikTok. Guys, we are over there on TikTok now, monetized, right? So monetized on 3 of the 4 platforms. So if you're not following us yet, please do. Make sure to check out my showcase, right? I got my showcase up and running today. I have the Moonology cards in there and the Heal Yourself reading cards in there. That's all I got so far. Because I can see, I love it. All right, here we go. So your current energy is Wheel of Fortune. That's Jupiter, Sagittarius energy. So you're already feeling this full moon. What's coming? What's this full moon bringing you? 2 of Wands. Impatience. You're waiting for something. You're waiting for an outcome to something, or you're waiting for someone to offer you something. You're waiting impatiently. The person has a phone in their hand. You could be waiting for a text, a call, something like that. All right, let's do what's the outcome. What's the outcome for Sandra on TikTok? 2 cards came out. King of Pentacles and 2 of Cups. Wow. Someone steps up to the plate. Someone brings equal effort. Wow. Wheel of Fortune could just also be saying that it's time. Like things are finally starting to bend in your favor. Beautiful message. I hope that's helpful. All right. She said always impatient. All right, what else? Let's see. Dina. I know. I'm so excited for you guys to get your cups too. She said that. Vanessa said that cracks me up. Under a blanket in my truck now. Gonna go home and look. Been missing it for 2 weeks. Yes. A blanket. That's all I keep seeing is blanket. And you're looking like in your car. Maybe you even went and looked at like stores or something. But it's like it's somewhere close. All right. Erica says it makes sense. I was wondering if I would hear from my ex. Love it. All right. I'm gonna do Dina next. And I think I'm gonna wrap it up after that, guys. I think that's good. Talk's freaking me out a little bit. um, don't remember. I mean, don't forget, guys. I'll be back Wednesday. Wednesday night, I'll be back. We're gonna do all 12 signs Wednesday night. Friday night, I'm going to do. We're gonna talk Friday the 13th because it's Friday the 13th. So Friday night, Friday the 13th, I'm gonna offer you a reverse your luck reading. I'm actually doing a ritual at the beginning of the live, so make sure to join us on time, 8 p.m. Central Time. And then after the ritual, we're going to do a reverse your luck reading. Those are going to be free readings Friday night, 8 p.m., guys. And again, if you did download my shadow work journals during the live, I got notifications, and I'm going to send you a private, completely free Sagittarius full moon analysis based on your birth chart from me. All right, Tina, here we go. Here's your current energy, Ace of Wands, a new spark. There's been a new flame lit. Something's got you excited. It's very, very new. All right, let's look at, and that's, I mean, it's fire energy with the wands. Let's look at what the full moon will bring in for you. Several cards trying to flip out. I'm going to take two of them. Ooh, it's Three of Swords and Five of Pentacles. It's going to bring some type of healing for you. It's going to bring someone to help you. It's going to bring you the opportunity to be able to ask someone for help. All right, and then let's look at the outcome. The World card. So the World card says the opportunity comes in, right? It's definitely something about starting a new cycle. All right, guys, I'm going to leave it right there. I appreciate everyone who came in, hung out with me. I know it seems like we're cutting it short tonight, but I got all the information out. So all the Sagittarius full moon information is out there. Journals are out there. Guys, make sure to go check them out over on my website. If you got one while we were live tonight, I'm going to send you that Sagittarius full moon analysis. Wednesday, all 12 signs. If you can't catch me on Wednesday, please don't worry. I know we all have lives, and sometimes the all 12 signs can definitely be very, very lengthy. I do put timestamps in after the live stream is over, right? All right, let me see. Friday, we're going to do Friday the 13th, so make sure to come back and hang out with me for that. Reverse your luck readings, guys. Reverse your luck. I know, you know, we all need it. Let's not lie about it, right? All right, I hope to see all of you guys there. If you're new, make sure to hit the follow button, right? So it lets you know when we go live. I learned how to set a event over on TikTok. So if you follow me, it should let you know when I go live as well. Super cool. Guys, we're learning all the things. So thank you for being so very, very patient, right? All right, guys, I love you all, and I'm always, always sending all of you abundant love and light on your journey. Thank you, everyone. Have a good night.